Hello, you're welcome to the Women's Schools of YouTube channel. My name is Sherifat, aka Coach. On this channel, we help you with business growth tips, help with low capital intensive business, business ideas, and also we make the teachings of some of those easy. In today's episode, just like I promised in my previous video, I promised I was going to make a video explaining some things you should consider while trying to make your tiger nut or before you make your tiger nut drink. So over here in my list, I have 10 factors. Okay, so I have 10 factors you should consider when going into a tiger nut business or before you make your next tiger nut product. Point number one is soak time. Under no circumstance should you soak your tiger nut beyond 12 hours. And if peradventure you need to do so, please ensure you keep in the fridge. Doing this will help you to reduce the rate at which your tiger nut seed ferment. The seed is dry. There was a reason why the seed was dehydrated. It's for it not to go bad, okay, for the bacteria not to thrive in it. So the moment you soak it, each seed starts to absorb water. Okay, because they have absorbed water there and the presence of sugar in the tiger nut starts to ferment. So if you must keep beyond 12 hours, store in the refrigerator. And also you can also keep in the refrigerator while you are still waiting for that 12 hours duration of time. Okay, it's still going to be soaked since it's refrigerator. Okay, so after that, you can now proceed to blending. Then point number two is storage condition. Okay, the moment you soak your tiger nut, you need to be very careful about the heat or you need to be very careful about temperature. Okay, your tiger nut, your soaked tiger nut should not be kept in a place that is too warm. If you do so, it's going to start fermenting. So you want to keep it in a very cool environment, like I said, in the fridge or an open area where there is a lot of air. So you don't need air, you don't need heat to get close to your seed. If you do so, it's going to start fermenting. And also when you are done, like while you're maybe when you're sieving, while you want to go and blend, ensure that it is in a cool environment. Like I said in the previous video I made, if you want to grind, go with cold water. Tell them to blend with cold water while you're bringing it back from home. Put some ice on it because obviously by the time they grind, the machine is going to generate heat inside your tiger nut drink. So you want to make sure that you try every possible means, all your possible best to ensure that your tiger nut is not exposed to a hot temperature. Okay, it's just in a cool and chilled place, how possible. Okay, so number three is condition of ingredient use. When you're making your tiger nut drink, please ensure that you use fresh ingredients. Okay, for your tiger nuts, make sure to pick out the bad seeds because the bad seeds, they've already been exposed to high rate of bacteria for them to go bad. So because they're already bad, you blend them alongside your other tiger nut seeds, it might contaminate them. So you want to make sure that your tiger nut seeds are fresh and neat and clean. Okay. Also, if you're using dates, in my own case, I said I use dry dates because I'm trying to reduce the rate at which it goes bad. So if you're using fresh, please make sure that it is ginger that is very fresh and neat. So same applies to every single ingredient you're adding to your tiger nut production. Number four is cleanliness. See, if you know you cannot be neat, if you know you're not in an environment that supports hygienic processing of tiger nuts, you have no business doing tiger nuts. You don't have any business because tiger nut does not like any dirt, and that is because unlike zobo, you can boil zobo and then in place of boiling, the bacteria can die down and all. But for tiger nuts, you're not boiling anything, so everything that goes inside a tiger nut drink must be clean, and that includes the engine that is used to blend your tiger nut. Please tell the if you are using local engine, tell the wherever workman that is using it to please wash the engine. You can go very early in the morning where you are sure okay, they're about to clean or they've even cleaned before they grind anything at all. Tell them to help you blend. And if you don't want that, you can just get a slow juicer or you get a commercial blender to blend your tiger nut drink, okay? And also your hands, your bowl, anything that's going to come in contact, as well as the water that is going to come in contact with your tiger nut drink should be clean. All right. So for number five, too much water. Do not add too much water to your tiger nut drink, especially if you are going to use ice, to preserve it, to slow down the fermentation process. Do not use ice because do not blend your tiger nut with too much water because if it's too runny, by the time you add ice, it's going to water down the taste and flavor in your tiger nut. Number six is the blending process. When you are going to blend your tiger nut, please tell them to help you wash the engine. Tiger nut does not want tomato, beans, any other thing. Just tell them to wash the machine for you. Another thing you want to take note is that when you are going to blend, blend your dates separately. Okay, when you had major thing that cause fermentation is sugar and heat. Okay, so adding blending your tiger nut with dates, and by the time they are trying to juice out, or by the time they're trying to blend, there's going to be heat generated, and also you now blending the dates along with it is going to hasten up fermentation process. I don't know if you understand that point. For fermentation to take place, you need sugar and heat, like major thing you need. Okay, so in terms of you blending your dates alongside your tiger nut together in the engine, when you are blending the engine, they're pressing, they're applying heat inside your tiger nut. So you want to blend your tiger nut and your dates separately, or better still, go with ice water like I've instructed earlier. Number seven, species of tiger nut. I explained in the previous video. I said we have this the small seed is known to produce more juice, while the big one it tends to be sweeter. And also, it also produces juice, but you cannot compare the amount of juice you will get from the small one to that of the big one. Okay, so you can also do a blend of both the small seed and the big seed. Both work fine and they are good. Like I said, avoid, if it's going to be for business. Okay, avoid the fresh seed, the already sold tiger nut seed. Okay, so point number 8 is sweetener. For sweetener, you can sweeten your tiger nut drink with sugar, you can sweeten with dates, jaggery, and etc. etc. But if you want the whitish clear milky color, it is advisable that you use sugar. But the moment you start to add other things like dates, date is dark in color, it's going to affect the color of your tiger nut drink. You'll be having that whitish tiger nut. So when you experience it, don't think that something went wrong. Nothing went wrong. It's just because you added date to your tiger nut. It's just going to affect the color, and nothing is going to happen. Number 9 on the list is consistency. You want to make sure that your tiger nut is not too thick. If your tiger nut is too thick, it's going to get bad quickly. Okay, so you want to calculate that. Okay, while you are trying to use ice, you are trying to use this, make sure that your tiger nut overall, you want to make sure that your tiger nut is not too thick. If it's too thick, it's going to get bad easily. And for number 10, which is preservative, there are two ways to preserve a tiger nut drink. It's using a natural preservative or mechanical preservative, and um, artificial preservative or the use of chemical preservative. So for natural preservative, is for you to keep your tiger nut drink in a very cold place. You can freeze your tiger nuts. For freezing tiger nuts, I've tried freezing my tiger nuts, and it lasted 3 weeks. Although the taste was not like when I just made it. It didn't taste really fresh. So if I want to recommend that you are keeping your tiger nut in the freezer, it shouldn't keep more than 2 weeks, because I was testing consistently and taking different bottles to know how they felt for each day. And I can tell you that the freshness stopped at about 2 weeks. Okay, so I know that if you are keeping your tiger nut in the freezer, by the time it defrosts, it's going to have sediment. So that is one disadvantage of freezing. But once you shake it off, it's still going to like look okay, but still it will not. It's not going to look like the way you make it. Sure, you understand. So, but I had people said they use stabilizer that just like it is used for yogurt. But I haven't tried it before, so I don't really have any recommendation about using a stabilizer. You can make research to see how stabilizer might help help you to prevent that segment. Okay, while you're keeping your tiger nut drink in the freezer. So for fridge, like I still said, it's still the best form. Although keeping your tiger nut drink in the fridge may only last for about maybe 3 days, 2 days, 3 days at most. So another way you can prevent your tiger nut from going bad quickly, okay, if you are going to be using the freezer or the refrigerator or even cooler basis, while you are mixing your tiger nut, while you are blending, you can have a bowl or a basin of ice water, very cold water. Place your empty container, whatever packaging bottle you want to use, place it inside the cold water. Make sure that the bottles are chilled from the outside and inside. So by the time you transfer the drink inside, the temperature of the bottle rhymes with the temperature of the tiger nut drink that you're adding to it. So that way, it also further helps to reduce the rate at which your tiger nut gets spoiled. Okay, so you can just cap it and then keep it back inside the bowl of cold water or inside the basin of cold water, or store in the freezer as you are packaging, so that it does not even get warm, so it keeps becoming cold. And if you're going to be using your freezer, you can make a layer you can make a layer or layers of ice and tiger nut. Okay, so like let's say for instance you have your freezer, you put some ice, break some ice block inside, you layer your bottles of tiger nut. Okay, Then you put another layer of ice block, layer again, just like that, just to help you to maintain the temperature of the drink. For some freezer, it takes about 30 minutes for the freezer to start chilling what you have inside. So you want to quickly hasten up the chilling process by just using ice block. You can also repeat the process. You can also do the process to a cooler. You have a very big cooler, put some ice, put your tiger nut drink in it, then add water so that the water melts down the ice a little bit and then helps to generate chillness inside your tiger nut drink. So another disadvantage of using freezer is that if you are freezing your tiger nut, it's going to affect the taste, it's going to affect the color, it's going to affect you know, the balance of your drink. Okay, like I said, they're going to be said no. All right. Chemical preservative. I've had people said citric acid, lime, and sugar may be used to preserve your tiger nut further. But I haven't tried that one. I have tried sodium benzoate, but I would tell you it was a flop. Although it reduced the rate at which it gets bad, but no, 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 no. It's a no, no for me. So I would just stick to freezing and consuming. I was selling out within the time frame that I set. So sodium benzoate is going to help to reduce, but it's not. Or maybe I didn't use it very well, but it did not really preserve. It didn't really preserve for me. So the best form is still using the natural means of preserving the tiger nut drink. So this is the end of the video, and I hope you got immense value for this video. If you did, please like and subscribe to this channel. See you in the next video. Bye.